Good morning, Beeville. This is Cindy Clark from PAC-B TV, and I'm here on this sweltering morning with Pastor Chuck Copps and Council President Denise Ballou from St. Mark's Lutheran Church. Good morning, and thank you very much for joining me here.
Thanks for having us.
Good morning.
We're going to talk a little bit today about some of the programs that St. Mark's offers the community. And since I've gone to some of these programs, I can attest that they're wonderful, and they're great for our area. Mm-hmm. And what I didn't know was one of the ones, and maybe Denise, you can talk about it, is the program that they offer at a local laundromat here for people to help them with, getting their clothes washed or whatever the case might be. So why don't we start with you, Denise? You can kind of tell us how you got involved here with the church and the programs, and then tell us a little bit about those programs.
Sure. I came to St. Mark's 7 years ago and really got into our outreach ministries, the work that we do here in the Baldwinsville community. And at that time, we were offering a community dinner free once a month for folks to come in, sit down, and enjoy a meal together and some fellowship. COVID changed all that, Cindy.
I know.
And so we had to revert to a drive-through, but we did that because we're still committed to feeding our community in that way. And so now we do a drive-through. We have served upwards of 300 people through that event. I will tell you, the community dinner started in 2005, and we had one person show up. And now
word of mouth, though.
Right,
word of mouth.
Right, and now we have served upwards of 300 people through that opportunity. Then
I do have to say that I have been to those. It was pre-COVID, and a friend told me about it, so I went, and I have to say I was so pleasantly surprised just coming in, and the food was good, and I knew so many people, and I talked with people, and it was a very positive experience. I'm sorry that it had to change, but I'm very happy that you continued on regardless, and you managed to make it work.
Yeah.
Okay.
And our community has as well, because they're missing the fellowship, but they understand and they have adapted as well. And so they continue to show up and participate in the work that we do. Our second major outreach ministry to our community would be our laundry ministry. And that came about, we had heard about other churches offering some sort of laundry opportunity, and we talked about it, and people in the church thought we were a little bit crazy about this idea. We're going to go to the laundromat and we're going to, what are we doing, And yet it has become such a successful ministry for us, and a connection for our church to our community. Last month we did over 100 loads of laundry here with our community, and I'm not saying we do the laundry. People
you're very clear on that. Very clear on that one.
Yeah. People come, they get vouchers from our community partners, which is Beeville Cares, Peace Incorporated, the food pantry right in town, Canton Woods, Conifer Village, Beeville Full, which is the pantry at the high school.
Okay.
So we offer laundry vouchers to all those agencies in our community. They distribute them to their clients.
Now, is there a requirement or qualification, or just anybody can?
If you go to one of those agencies and ask for laundry vouchers, you will get them if they have them available.
Okay.
However, I don't want to discourage anyone from coming and doing laundry with us. We always offer at least one free load of laundry for anybody who wants to come to the laundromat. And so that continues to grow. We were blessed by receiving a grant from our church-wide organization that has allowed us to now not only do the third Sunday of the month from 12 to 2, but now we're offering a Wednesday evening opportunity from 6 to 7:30. And it's right at the Colonial Laundromat, right here in town.
Yeah, that's the one right near the Beeville Diner. Is that that's right? Okay.
Connected to Subway.
Okay. Oh, that's right.
And we partner with Subway as well.
Oh, okay.
They help us on Sundays to provide, they give us a little bit of a deal to provide lunch for our laundry.
Fabulous.
20 of our laundry patrons. So we've partnered with a lot of folks in our community. We've partnered with San Miguel to help us with feeding our community. We've partnered with Seneca Savings, who offered us, they did a thing at work where folks could wear jeans and they paid to wear jeans to work, and we got the proceeds of that to our laundry ministry from Seneca Savings.
Isn't this a great community?
Awesome.
Sure is.
So generous in our community. And because of that grant, we've also been able to offer another opportunity once a month where we provide the community with a sack lunch. Again, drive-through opportunity. This happens on the second Sunday of the month from 11:30 until 12:30. And it's simply drive through and get a sandwich sack lunch.
Now, the programs that you offer, are they on, if somebody has questions on something, do you have a Facebook site, you know, an internet site or anything like that, that people can just go, gee, I forgot if it was the first or the second,
Right.
They can check it out. What would be the easiest way, do you think, Pastor?
Probably the Facebook page would be one. The other, usually what we get just phone calls to the office.
Oh, okay.
Hey, is the meal this Thursday or next type of stuff.
Okay.
And always glad to fill in with the
All right,
information.
well, it's nice to
whatever
know
it is.
that,
But there
you know,
are
some
ways
people-
to get a hold of us, and email is out there. Email's checked every day.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
So if any of you have questions, you can go to Facebook, you can call the office.
Just Google St. Mark's Lutheran Church, Baldwinsville,
There
New
you
York,
go.
That's it.
and it'll come up
All
for
right.
you.
There you go. So go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt.
So, in this process of these three major outreach ministries that we do, we continue to partner and look for partners in our community. So if your business or your social organization is looking for an opportunity to partner and do something to help serve the community, we love to connect with the people in our community and the businesses and have that opportunity to do that. I'll use San Miguel as an example because
Okay.
it worked out really well for us. In the summertime, we feed less people, but we also have less help in the summertime.
That is true.
Right? People come and go and vacation and camp and all of that stuff. So we went to San Miguel and we had this idea that would we do a taco to go dinner, and so gracious, so very gracious, and they provided everything we needed for that meal for us. Wonderful partnership, wonderful, and we'd like to do more of that in our community. Again, I mentioned Seneca Savings, you know, just all the opportunities that we want to participate in. So,
Well, again, if somebody's interested, any business, organization, whatever the case might be, if you're interested in partnering with one of their events, again, they can contact.
Absolutely.
They can contact you through the office or
Absolutely.
whatever. Okay.
absolutely.
And it's a great opportunity to give back to your community.
In a simple, very simple way. You know, I mean, you can come and help us dish up meals. You can help distribute meals. You can come for cleanup.
Oh, we all love the cleanup, don't we?
Yeah. You know, you can sponsor a dinner. You could, so many ways. We during, except for the summer months, not only do we offer a drive-through, but one night a month, we serve 3 senior centers. So we have the 2 apartment buildings out on O'Brien Road. We take meals to them. We take meals to St. Mary's. And then we also deliver meals to some of the folks in Conifer Village who simply cannot get out, don't have a car, physically can't get to us. So we
You
go to them.
You go to them.
Yeah. So 10 months out of the year, we're serving 120 meals on Wednesday night and then another 200 to 300 on Thursday nights. So this is the impact that we're having on our community, and we are so blessed and couldn't be happier about
Oh,
it.
what a positive impact
You know,
as well.
we just couldn't be. Together, we call this ministry loaves and loads of love. So the loaves part comes from the feeding ministries, and the loads part comes from we doing the loads of laundry.
Whoever would have thought that to do something like that?
Oh.
But you, I mean, we all take that type of thing for granted, pretty much. But then you think about it, because some people just they don't have the washer or dryer, or they don't live where there's one available easily. And let's put it where it's at. It gets pretty expensive.
Laundry
It
is
does.
very expensive.
I mean, I can remember the dryers. Now I'm dating myself here, but the dryers were 10 cents for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Not
No.
anymore.
No.
And it does. I mean, when I go down, I got to take a pocket full of, to do like comforters or something, to take a pocket full of quarters.
You must.
There's no dimes anymore. It's
Yeah,
all quarters.
no.
And it's, it's not
And
cheap.
lots of them.
Lots of them.
Exactly.
When our connection with Seneca Savings Bank started, we got that gift from Seneca Savings Bank because, again, during COVID, we were stressed to get quarters. They weren't available. People were the banks
Hoarding or something.
the banks
whatever.
weren't giving them out in that manner. And so I went to Seneca Savings Bank right here in the village and told them what we were doing, and no problem. Give you $500, not give.
that'd be nice,
Yes, $500 worth of quarters. It was not a big deal to get that, at a time when, and then I kept going back, and then now I'm the quarter lady, and now before we know it, they're reaching out to us to give us and money from their collection, from their generosity.
And that's what you hope for. When the
Absolutely.
word gets out that you don't have to go after it, it comes to you. It comes to you. That's-
Cindy, I'll tell you another story. Chuck's daughter-in-law used to work for the Messenger, correct?
Yes.
And so Ashley wrote a beautiful article, interviewed me, and wrote a beautiful article in the Messenger. And surprise, about a week later, we received a $500 gift from someone in our community who had just read the article in the Messenger, had no connection to our church, no connection to anybody in our church. They read the article in the Messenger, and that gift appeared on our door to do this ministry into our community.
Oh.
Just wonderful things have happened through all of this.
That can bring tears to your eyes.
It was just a
Yes.
wonderful, just a great surprise in
I
the
know,
big
it
scheme of
came
things.
out of nowhere, really.
Yeah,
It came
yeah.
out of nowhere.
I mean, I got a call from our financial chairperson who said, "Do you know this person?" And I said, "No, why?" And she goes, "Because they just sent us a $500 check for our outreach ministries." So again, it's the Beeville community.
It is.
It is
It
the
is.
Beeville community.
I agree.
Just-
I agree. Pastor Chuck, tell us, and I don't know, I've just gotten to know you a little bit from some of these dinners and things that have happened with the church and all of that. But tell us what brought you to the community, and if you're from here, give us a little background
enough. Yeah,
and on
glad
what
to.
you do there as well.
Well,
Obviously,
that won't take long. That part won't.
Well,
But, so I live in Fulton with my wife Betsy. It will be 40 years next month. And we're Central New York people. She's a Fulton girl. I'm from Oswego. We've lived here all our lives. I've been in the ministry for a little over 20 years. And it was, it's coming up in 2 years in September. I came to St. Mark's serve as what's the word I want?
Vicar.
Yeah, vicar. Yeah.
now what's the difference between a vicar and a
Well,
pastor?
50 cents. No.
I had to ask.
So I'm in training. That's
Okay.
what it. So
That's what-
and so I'm there 6 or 7 months. The pastor, wonderful human being, decides to leave the church, and so the council asked me if I would stay on as interim, and so I did. And then this past March, was ordained and officially called to be the pastor of St. Mark's.
Oh, congratulations.
Well, thank you, and it's been an absolute blessing. The people welcomed my wife and I and my family, just hands down, just a wonderful thing. And to sum it all up, many people will think about church as kind of like the ivory tower and all this and that. What makes St. Mark's different, and I've seen quite a few, is that they do what they talk about. They are.
They
the
practice what they preach.
Absolutely, and myself as an outward vision person to see ministry happening. I'm just holding on to the reins. Everything was in place when I came here, and just wonderful. And we talked before we went on camera about volunteers and always the need for volunteers and the opportunities we have. But one thing that gets overlooked sometimes is that some of the folks who use our laundry ministry now volunteer by delivering meals on those Wednesdays we're talking about. So that the interconnection of folks is just, for a person in my line of work to see that just happening so naturally, and people just loving each other just because there's just a sense of community here, and it's almost like we're just scratching the surface, because
You're
one thing
absolutely correct,
happens
yes.
and then that check shows up, or even this opportunity to come and tell the
Right.
community what's going on. It's so, to me, it's people ask me if this is it's a second career job for me, because the gray hair gives away some of the age, and so it's actually like fifth career, but it's really what I've been waiting to do all my life. And the cliche would be it's a match made in heaven, but it really is. And so thrilled to be a part of this and talk about the wonderful support, not only in-house of ministry and the way folks take care of me, but then to just naturally go out. And there's always, what else can we do? What's the next thing? How can we do this better? How can we reach more folks? How can we let folks know how dearly we appreciate their help? We've got the Episcopal Church in town. They have regular folks that come on those Thursday nights to help serve food and stay and do cleanup. So it really is a community. We're in the community. We're part of the community. We get to work with the community, and there's nothing more rewarding in the ministry world than to see the type of stuff that goes on here.
And you do see it too. Like I say, that's how I first really heard about you, was going to one of the dinners, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And I also, as an aside, I have to say I thoroughly enjoy your shirt today. And you've had some very beautiful shirts that I've seen at the different functions, and it's good because you stand out in a crowd.
Well,
you do stand out in a crowd, and it's lovely. Don't you agree?
I
It's
agree,
lovely?
100%.
It's lovely. Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
And this was a gift from a very special friend as an ordination gift. So this marked my ordination into the Lutheran Church.
Well, very apropos. Very apropos.
And the young lady at Burned Area, as I went and got my coffee this morning, asked me if I was going to Hawaii. And I said no, but I am going on Beeville TV.
Good. Here you are.
That's why I
Here you
had my
are.
shirt on today.
So we hit on it all your programs. I mean, is there anything else you want to add as far as you're always looking for volunteers?
Always.
Always
Yeah.
looking for volunteers.
Always. And it's a simple phone call to the church.
Okay. Everybody needs them. We all do. We all need the volunteers.
Yeah.
And usually it happens when it needs to happen.
Right.
Like you got that check when you needed that check.
Right.
And
Right.
that's what's, again, to kind of go off what you said, Pastor Chuck, this community that I've lived in my whole life, basically, is probably better than any of the ones around the area. I mean, just for community getting together, working together, helping people in
Yep.
need.
Yep.
Isn't that what it's all about?
Absolutely.
It really, truly
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say we've always been members of the Chamber of Commerce here in Beeville, but we've not been active until a few months ago, maybe. And that too
Sure.
has given us so many connections and so many opportunities to network with people. And so Pastor Chuck and I are going to keep attending those events because we
Particularly
found
the luncheons, because isn't the food great?
Fantastic.
Yes.
I like
Yes.
those luncheons.
Yeah.
So-
But then they have the coffee talks as well.
That's right.
So it's
That's right. And-
I enjoy it too.
Yeah.
I enjoy
Yeah.
just getting out and socializing.
Yeah.
Particularly after the COVID, post-COVID, just to be able to have what we used to do them on Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
right.
used to
Yeah.
really, truly,
Yeah.
we did the coffee
Yeah.
talk on Zoom.
Yeah.
Of course, I could do it in my pajamas with my cup of coffee and my,
Which is nice.
and my kitty slippers.
Yeah.
But it,
Yeah.
I
COVID
pref-
changed everything.
it did, it did. And in positive ways in some,
Absolutely.
negative in
Sure.
others.
Absolutely.
But we persevered, didn't we?
We
got
did.
through it. We're here now.
We did.
We're here now.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, I wanted to thank you both again for coming today, sharing what your church offers our community. And just to reiterate, if they want to volunteer, if they have any questions, feel free to call the church. What's the number? What's the best number? Or what's the best way? You tell me.
I say Google St. Mark's
That's
Lutheran
right.
Church.
St. Mark's, there
Yeah.
we
And
go, right on the internet.
That's the way this old lady does it.
Yeah.
I know,
Well,
it's
yeah.
a lot easier.
Yeah.
Really, it is.
Cindy, I would lift up that we'll be at the laundromat this coming Sunday.
Oh, good,
The
good.
16th.
Okay.
From 12 to 2.
Okay.
So if anybody is in need and you don't have vouchers, please come. Please come and see us, and we will connect you up with how to get those vouchers.
Absolutely.
I would also lift up that next Thursday will be our drive-through
Okay.
dinner, which is Sloppy Joe's and
Oh.
pasta salad. And so that happens from around 4 o'clock until we run out of food, or
I
6.
have to say, get there
Yeah.
right at the start because
Yeah.
they do run out fast.
Yeah.
It has happened.
So,
Yeah.
and just in generic terms, we serve that community dinner on the 3rd Thursday of each month.
Okay.
We do our sack lunch Sunday on the 2nd Sunday of each month. We do our Wednesday laundry on the 1st Wednesday of the month from 6 to 7:30, and then we do laundry on Sunday, the 3rd Sunday of each month. Doesn't change.
Noon
Okay.
to 2.
So,
So you
and
can
that's a
write
noon
that
to
down
2.
so you know. You write
Right.
that down because I have to write it down or else I forget
Yes,
it too.
I know. I had trouble rattling it off
That
in
was
my
very
head.
good. I have to
Yeah,
say
it
that
was
was
well
very,
done,
very
Denise.
good.
Yeah.
I know. I know.
Well.
So, anyways, like I say, in closing, do you have anything, a last thing you would like to add? Or
I would, we worship on Sunday mornings at 9:30. We celebrate communion every Sunday. And St. Mark's is an open church. You come to our church, you are welcome there. It's a church that knows how to love people. And again, it's a thrill for me to be there each and every day. But should you be church shopping or want to stop in and see us, you are welcome. Thanks.
And they're very, very friendly, these two. I can say that they welcomed me for anything I've ever done there, and you're here now too,
Right.
as a result because of the community,
Absolutely.
of the community.
Yeah.
But anyways, they're always looking for volunteers, like they said. Google them on the internet. Thanks again for coming. I
Thank
do
you,
appreciate
Cindy.
it.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
And Baldwinsville, have a great day.
Thanks.